So early on in 2010, that was when I felt like I really had to push through, and that's probably when I really started to find out like who I actually was. So my beginning with Aflac, it was 2 years after my dad initially had a stroke. He actually was one of those people that worked tirelessly his entire life. My dad was the person that always told me that if you work really hard and give everything in your life to your family and continuing to show up and grind it out, that life will kind of take care of itself. It was about 2 years when basically he had to start taking away his retirement. He also, lost his job shortly after that. It basically it kind of fractured a lot of my family, and they lost everything that they ever worked for. That kind of just kept me going early on. I chose Pasadena because I looked at it as the perfect culmination of an organization that, with the right kind of leadership, could redefine what success has ever looked like inside of Aflac. I just knew that this was a section of Los Angeles, or just outside of Los Angeles, that almost had an identity that I've never seen before. It has the big city Los Angeles vibe, but it's also a small town. And it has the entrepreneurs and the startups, but also, it has a tinge of regular family life. So it actually was a cross-section of probably what I grew up with and what I ended up loving, which was all my time in Los Angeles. I knew that the market needed to be nurtured in a very specific way, and I wanted to utilize this as a actual proof of concept for how people can truly execute against a certain career, certain principles, certain fundamentals, and actually live out anything that they wanted professionally and financially. So early on in 2010, I decided actually to write a letter to myself. I've actually kept this letter, I keep it with me every single day. What it basically said was, on June 1st, 2010, your life is gonna change. What kind of was my epiphany was that not a lot of people actually tailor fit and hand selected moment in their life to make sure that their stars change forever. I said that at that moment, every single thing that I do would be a day-by-day experiment of how somebody that doesn't have a college degree can actually be somebody that is aspirational and change other people's lives. I closed up that letter with a pretty simple message, which is, ultimately, I hope that I could positively impact anybody that will allow me to. That's basically been my mission ever since then.